1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today we are going to talk about the physical anatomy of the eyeball. What is the anatomy of the eyeball? What is the physiology of the eyeball? And this is the lecture number 1. And this lecture, I will discuss about the three layers of the eyeball: outer layer, middle layer, inner layer. Okay. So what is eyeball? What is eye? As we know that our body consists of five sense organ: the eye, ear, nose, tongue, skin. Okay. The skin, as we know that, help in the detection, receiving of the pressure, temperature, vibration, external stimulus. Okay. The tongue receive the stimulus of the taste with the help of the taste bud, and ear help in the detection, perception of sound. Nose help in the detection of smell stimulus, but eye is the sense organ which receive stimulus, external stimulus, the light reflexes, which receive the light stimulus, which receive the light from the external body environment. Okay. So eye is the responsible for the vision. Okay. As we know that eye is a specially is a structure just like eyeball. Eye is a whole structure is the eyeball. Eye is only the eyeball. This is the eye. This is the eye. This is the what of the eye, the pupil, etc., the hairs. Okay. But the eye is the eyeball. Okay. What is eyeball? Eyeball is just like something the ball like shape. Eyeball is a something the ball like shape which is present in the eye socket. What is eye socket? Eye socket is the socket which is consist of different types of facial bone. Okay. So this is the model structure of the eyeball. This is not actually the eyeball, but this is the ball. I have cut this. Okay. The eyeball consists of, as you know, that three layer: outer layer, middle layer, and inner layer. Okay. So what is outer layer? This is the structure of the eyeball. Okay. This is the cut section. What is outer layer? Outer layer is the tough, hard, protective layer which cover the eyeball. It protect the eye. Okay. Look at this one diagram. First of all, I will discuss the anatomy of the each layer one by one, and then physiology. Okay. As you know that this is the structure of the eye. This one structure, the outermost part, this is called this is the outermost layer. This is the outermost layer of the eye. Okay. This is the cut section of the eye. Okay. This is one piece of the eye. I remove another piece of the eye. Okay. Just like this one. This is the eye. I cut the eye in such a direction, and this direction. Okay. So I cut the eye in this direction, and I left this one piece, this like this one, and remove this one piece. Okay. So this is the cut section. Okay. So the outer layer is, this is the outer layer. This is the outer layer. The outer layer consists of two parts. This is the eye. The outer layer consists of two parts. One is called the sclera and other is called the cornea. From this point, this whole layer, from this point up to this point, and from this point up to this point, this layer is called sclera. What is sclera? Sclera is the non-transparent opaque layer. It is a fibrous layer. It is made from the fibrous tissue. It is a white color layer. What is sclera? Sclera is the outermost layer of the eyeball. It consists. It is made from the fibrous tissue. It is made from the fibrous tissue, tough fibrous tissue, and white in color. Okay. As we know that this is the eye. The eye. This is the socket. My hand. This is the socket of the eye. This is the eye. Okay. From this point up to this point, this part is a 5 by 6 part. 5 by 6 part is the posterior. This is the posterior part. 5 by 6 part is the posterior part. Okay. So 5 by 6 part of the outer layer is called the sclera. From this point up to this point, this is 5 by 6 layer, and 1 by 6 the anterior layer. This is the 1 by 6. This is the called the cornea. Okay. So sclera is a white color protective top layer of the eyeball, outermost layer, which is present 5 by 6 posterior to the skull. Okay, it is made from the fibrous tissue, tough fibrous tissue, and it is opaque. It is non-transparent. It is non-sclera. Sclera is made from the fibrous tissue, opaque, present posteriorly 5 by 6. Okay, so this is the main protective layer, but the anterior part, this is called the cornea. The cornea is the part of the outer layer which is present anteriorly. Okay, this layer is transparent. Very sensitive to pain. This layer is transparent, very sensitive to pain, and allow the light to enter the eyeball. Okay, this is the delicate layer, not very delicate, but delicate than this one. Okay, so the cornea is the part of the sclera which is present anteriorly. Okay, this one. As you can see, this eye, this is my eye, suppose this is my right, this is my left eye. Okay, this is my left eye, there is the another right eye. Okay, so there is the my nose. This the white color you can see from the anterior side. This is the white color. Is the sclera, and this one, this color area, this area may be green, maybe black, maybe gray, maybe another types of color. Okay, so this area is called the cornea, just like this one. This is the outermost layer, but from this point up to this point is called the sclera, and this part is called this part. From this line up to this line, this whole, from this line up to this whole structure is called the cornea. Okay, and this is suppose posterior to the cornea is the pupil. Okay, but the cornea is present above. I will discuss later in the middle layer. Okay, so this is the cornea, inner to this line and outer to this line. All this part is called the sclera. Okay, so this is the difference between the cornea and the sclera. Okay, dear, look at this one. At the posterior, at very posterior side, this is the layer which is continuous here. It is not just like elongate like this one. It's my only mistake. It is just like this. Okay, this is not go toward outside, inside. This is not here, but this is a continuous layer. At the posterior side, the sclera is perforated. This is the sclera. This is the sclera. This is the optic nerve. Okay, so as you can see here, this is the, suppose this is the sclera. Suppose this is the sclera, which is covered all around. Okay, but this sclera is perforated by the optic nerve. There is pass optic nerve, so there make perforation. There make mini perforation. Okay, so this perforated part, there present mini pore. So this perforated part, as you can see here, this is the perforated part. This perforated part is called lamina cribrosa. What is lamina cribrosa? Lamina cribrosa is the posterior part, of the sclera, which is perforated. This is a perforated plate. Okay, This is consists of mini perforation. This is perforated plate through which the optic nerve is passed. Okay, so this is the all about the outer layer, the sclera and the cornea. Okay, when I cut the eye, this is the cornea, this is the sclera, this is the cornea, this one, this is the sclera, and this is the iris, this is the lens, and this is the cornea. Okay, I will discuss later in this lecture. Okay, students, again the middle layer, the middle layer is the vascular layer. As we know that this is the sclera, another section, this is the sclera, this is the choroid, and this is the retina. Okay, so what is the middle layer? Middle layer is the layer, as the nutritional layer. As we know that eye is a very complex structure. This is the protective layer which protect the main point is to be highlighted here. Here is the main point. The main point is the protection is for the rod and the cones. Is the vascularization, the nutritional supplement is there for the this retinal layer, rod and cone here. This is the retinal layer. Okay, so choroidal layer, the inner, the choroid is the part of the middle layer. Okay, that we discuss later. So middle layer is the layer of the eyeball which is present on side of the sclera and between these two layers, retina and okay. So choroidal layer, this is the protection. This is the layer for protection. This is the layer for the bringing. This is the layer for the vascularization. Here present the different types of blood vessel, blood capillary veins. Okay, so it bring nutritional to the retina and neutralize the retina. Okay, neutralize the aqueous humor, vitreous humor, neutralize the cornea. One point to be noted: cornea and the lens is the only two part of the eye which consist of no blood capillary. This one, this is the cornea, this is the lens. This part consists no blood capillary. Why nature produce at without blood capillary? Because the cornea, I will discuss in a big detail in the photo transduction, and the lens consists of no blood capillary, so it make nature the very clear, very transparent. Okay, so when light fall, the light pass through the cornea, then through the vitreous humor, then through the pole, This is the hole, through this hole, and here present the lens, and pass through the lens and strike the retina. Okay, so nature make cornea and the lens without blood vessel because in order to make the cornea and the lens perfect, completely transparent for the light transmission. Okay, but cornea and lens take nutrients from the aqueous humor. This is the vitreous humor. I will discuss later. This is the vitreous humor. This is the aqueous humor. Aqueous humor is this is the iris. Okay, so it take nutrition from the aqueous humor. Okay, so this is the main point. But here is the purpose is my purpose is the okay. So what is the inner layer? A middle layer. Middle layer consists of again three parts: the choroid, the ciliary body, and the iris. Let's start. As you know that this layer completely close the eyeball because this is a protective layer, the outermost layer. Okay, the inner layer also close the whole eye except this one area there. This this one. This is the outer layer as the sclera, and this is inner layer. This one. This is the middle layer, vascular layer, which consists of different types of blood vessel, blood capillary. Okay, so it cover whole eye. Okay, here is perforation. But this is the middle layer. The middle layer is also extend up to this point. These points. But this is the whole. Suppose this is the cornea. This layer is also extend up to this point. But at this point, the layer is missed. This layer is missed. Okay, so it make hole. Okay, so what is the part? Here it also miss. Here it also miss it and make a hole. And at the when it reach to the point of the optic nerve, this is the optic nerve. It also miss. Okay, so it make a slight perforation here and here. Okay, So choroid from this point up to this point is called, this whole structure, this red color, from this point up to this point, this whole structure is called the middle layer. This is the middle layer. Middle layer consists of three parts. The choroid from this point, posterior side to the to this point, up to the up to this point. This part is called the choroid. The choroid is the actual vascular layer. This is the actual vascular layer which consists of blood capillary. Okay, it bring nutrition to the eye and take away waste product from the eye. Okay, there is the triangular area. There is the triangular area from this point up to this point. This is called the ciliary body. This is called the ciliary body. I cut this area. Okay, this one. Ciliary body is a triangular area. Suppose this is the choroid. This is the choroid, and this is the ciliary body. The ciliary body is a thick triangular part. This is a thick triangular part. This is the vascular part of the middle layer. This is the muscular part. It is mainly consists of muscles, and it is also the muscular part. Okay, so ciliary body is a triangular part which is present all around in the eye. Okay, so like this one here. Okay, it is present all around. Okay, but I cut here. It is present all around. Okay, so ciliary body is a triangular thick part, interior thick part of the middle layer. Okay, so it cover the whole interior part. Okay, like this one. So it cover present. Okay, another part. What is the function? What is the function of the choroid? Is the nutritional function. It is nutritionally important. But this one, this is the lens. The lens is present here. This lens is tied with the eye in order to fix the lens. This ligament is called suspensory ligament. Okay, so the important function of this ciliary body is to tie this the lens with the help of the ciliary body. Okay, look at this one diagram. This is the sclera. This one, the blood vessel. These are blood vessel is present. This is the choroidal layer, and this is the ciliary body. From this point up to this point, this whole structure is called ciliary body. It consists of longitudinal muscle. Okay, here this process is called ciliary process. Ciliary body, ciliary process, suspensory ligament. This is the lens. Okay, this process is called the ciliary process. The function of the ciliary process is to here the suspensory ligament is attached to this part. Okay, so when this muscle contract, there are present longitudinal muscle. When this muscle contract and relax, it change the shape of the lens. It cover. This is the only cut section. It cover all over. Lens is covered all over by the suspensory ligament. Okay, so it change the structure of the lens, the shape of the lens. But when it contract, what is lens? Lens. This is the lens. This is the lens. This is the bioconvex. This is the bioconvex shape. So the lens is the bioconvex shape which is present. This one I cut. Okay, so this is the lens which is bioconvex shape which is present here, which is present here up to this, which is present in front of the, which is present beside the ciliary, beside the iris. Okay, so this lens, this is the lens. I cut this area. This lens, this whole structure is present all around the lens. This triangular structure is present all over the eye. Okay, so this ligament is present all over side. Okay, so the lens separate the vitreous hammer. This is the vitreous hammer from the aqueous hammer. Okay, this chamber from this chamber. Okay, so the lens from all the side is covered by, is tightened by the suspensory ligament with the help of this one. Okay, so from all side, all over, all around. Okay, from all around. lens. Okay, from all around this is tightened. This is tightened by the suspensory ligament. Okay, what is the iris? What is iris? The iris is the, let's again, it is raining. It is raining just as you can see here. Therefore, I start the video. Okay. So what is iris? The iris is the very anterior part. Raining. Oh my God. This is the acidic raining. Okay. What is the ciliary? What is the iris? The iris is the most anterior part of the middle layer. Just like as you can see here. When I cut this area, this is the diaphragm shape. This is the diaphragm shape which is present all around in the front of the lens. Okay, in the front of the lens it is present. Okay, so here present longitudinal muscle and the circular muscle. Okay, this is the anterior part. As you can see in the next leg, this is this one. As you can see here, this is the iris. This is the iris which is present all around. This is the diaphragm shape. Okay, so the main purpose, the main function of the iris is to control. This is the iris. Here is my lens. Here is the lens. This is the iris. Here is the lens, and here is the cornea. Here is the cornea. Okay, so this hole is called the pupil. The pupil. What is pupil? Pupil is the hole which is made by the iris. Okay, and the lens is present posterior, and this lens is covered by the tightened by the suspensory ligament from all the side, just like this one. Okay, just like this one. This is the triangle. This is the choroid. This is the ciliary body, and there are many number of the suspensory ligament which is covered by all by the. Okay. So the function of the iris is to control the amount of light entering to the eye. When there the muscle is contract. Suppose when I disturb this area, this part, this is the iris. This is the iris. This is the iris. Okay, it consists of circular muscle. It consists of circular muscle and longitudinal muscle, which go up to this direction, and the circular muscle is present here, and longitudinal muscle. Okay, when the muscle contract, just like when the muscle contract, just like this one, where is the cover? Suppose this is the iris. Okay, when the muscle contract, it decrease the size of the iris. It decrease the size of the pupil, so it control the entrance of light into the eye. Why it control? This is controlled due to the reflex action, visual reflex. I will discuss later in the next classes. Okay, so the present muscle, when muscle contract, when the circular muscle contract, it decrease the size of the pupil, because in order to prevent excess of light from entering the eye. Okay, when the longitudinal muscle contract, here, there is longitudinal muscle which is go from all direction. The circular muscle is there, longitudinal muscle. Okay, when the longitudinal muscle contract, it increase the size. Okay, so this is the iris all around. Okay, so the lens is present posterior to the iris. Okay, the lens consists of no blood vessel, and the cornea also consists of no blood vessel. Okay, when light, because this is for better light transmission. Okay, so these are the three part of the iris, of the middle layer: the choroid, this triangular part, the ciliary body, the ciliary process, the suspensory ligament, this one is the lens, and the iris. Okay, iris is a crystalline structure. It is a crystal-like structure. It is made from the crystal material. It is really transparent. Okay, how this ligament control the shape of the lens? When this muscle contract, it pull this suspensory ligament. When the suspensory ligament is, this is the suspensory ligament. When suspensory ligament, okay, So when it pulled by the special ligament, it make the eye the lens least uh, least biconvex. When it relax, so it increase the iris more to the uh, biconvexity. Okay, so when it decrease, when it contract this muscle, when this muscle contract, it decrease the convective shape, it decrease the bioconvective shape. When it relax, it increase the bio. Okay, so this is the lens which is more biconvex, while this one is the lens which is least biconvex. Okay, this is the bioconcave. Opposite of this is the bioconcave. Okay, bioconcave, just like a red blood cell. Okay, so these are all about the middle layer. Okay, another layer, the very most important layer, for which these protection occur, for which these vascularization occur. Okay, is the retina. My purpose is to explain the retina, because the function of the eye is to detect the image of the object, is to detect light, is to help in visual reflex. Okay, so for the visual reflex, for the vision, is the only layer which is called the retina. So all these benign, all this protection, all this vascularization is only done for a baby retina, for a baby layer which is called the retina. This is the most important and very delicate layer in the eye. Okay, so this layer, as you can see here, is called the retina, the yellow color. Okay, this layer is called the retina. Okay, this is the optic nerve. This layer consists of the rod. I do not explain the retina in a big detail, because I will discuss the retina in a big detail in the next class, the phototransduction class. I will take a next class, a very big detail class in the next Sunday. By the phototransduction, what is the rhodopsin, what is the iodopsin, phototransduction, what is the biochemistry of the rhodopsin, or what is the mechanism of the vision. Okay, but here I only discuss a little bit anatomy. Okay, so the retina consists of the rod and the cone. Rod and the cone are the cell which help in the light detection. Look at this one diagram. This is the rod. This is the retina. Okay, look at this one diagram. Here I do not explain in a big detail the cornea, the retina. Okay, as you can see here, this is the sclera choroidal layer, a part of the middle layer. Okay, this is from this point up to this point, this whole layer is called the retina. This is a very complicated layer. There are present, this is the rod, this is the rod cell, this is the cone cell, the rod cell, this is the bipolar cell, this is the ganglion cell. There are present molar cell, there are molar cell, there are present horizontal cell. This layer further made from the 10 layer, layer number 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 layer. Retina is a 10 layer membrane. Okay, this is further made from the 10 layer. Here I do not explain the retina in a big detail. I will discuss it in the next class. Okay, so the retina is the perfect layer which is consists of rod and cone, and the rod and cone are the light sensitive cell, so it detect the light. Okay, and these are the bipolar cell, ganglion cell, molar cell, horizontal cell, many types of supporting cell. Okay, this is the this one is the retina. This one is the retina. This is the epithelial cell of the retina. So these are the epithelial cell. These are the rod, cone, rod, cone, rod, cone. Okay, so these are the rod and cone cell. These are the bipolar cell, and these are the ganglionic cell. There are many other cells which is present here. Okay, so this is the structure of the retina. Okay, so another very most important point in this lecture and the anatomy of this lecture, the retina start from this point. This is the optic nerve. Here it make a disc. Here as you can see. Okay, so this is the retina. The retina is consists of rod cell, cone cell, molar cell, ganglionic cell, bipolar cell, horizontal cell, many other cell. Okay, so the retina extend up to this point, and at this point, the retina is a penised, and it make a wavy-like shape, which is called ora serrata. What is ora serrata? Ora serrata is the ending point of the retina. Okay, and the retina is also extend up to this point, but here it consists of no rod and a cone, but it make here the ora serrata. What is ora serrata? Is the ora serrata is the ending point, as you can see here in a clear diagram. As you can see here in a very clear diagram, here is another diagram. This one, this one. Okay, this is the outer layer. This is the outer layer, vascular layer. This is the red, the yellow color is the. Okay, so when I cut the retina here, so when it reach to the anterior side, it make the wavy-like shape. This wavy-like shape is called here. This wavy-like shape is called the ora serrata. Okay, so it make the wavy-like shape. Okay, so this is the it make the wavy-like shape, and this wavy-like shape is called the ora serrata. Okay, most another point to be highlighted is the is there as there this one. It's the most important point here. Here I only explain this is the optic disc. Here is the optic disc. This is the this one. This is the optic disc. This is the optic disc. Okay, and this is the this one is the macula luta. Here I only just giving a little bit idea, but in the next class in the photo transduction I will explain this structure in a very big detail. Okay, this is the suppose these are the two eye, these are the two eye, this is the suppose the left eye, this is the right eye. Okay, the optic disc, the optic disc is the blind spot. You can see here rod cell, another cell, bipolar cell. Okay, so when all the nerves combine together, when all the nerve fiber, when all the nerve fiber accumulate and here it make a disc. With this disc consists of all the cell, the bipolar cell, the here the ganglionic cell, the molar cell, horizontal cell. But this point, this head consists of no rod and a cone. So this area is a non-sensitive to light. When we see inside of the eye by the ophthalmic machine, when ophthalmologist see inside. Okay, so it ophthalmologist observe there blind spot, because this consists of no rod and cone, so it appear blind. Okay, so this one is kind of blind spot. Okay, blind spot, because here this is the optic nerve. This is the optic nerve. This is the head of the optic nerve. Okay, I will discuss later in a big detail. Another point here is the very most important point is the macula luta. What is macula luta? This is the part of the retina, but there macula luta is also the optic disc is the part of the retina which is insensitive to light, but this is the part of the light which is very most sensitive to light. This is the blind spot. This is the very attractive spot, because there I will discuss later. There present only the cones, and the cones, as you know that rod are the cells which is only sensitive to dim light. It give the blurred vision. It give the black vision or white vision or blur vision. But cone are the cell which give the color of the object, color of the image. Okay, so this part consists of only the cone cell. I will prove this one. Why cone sensitive to color object, color image. Why right insensitive to the blur object. Okay, I will prove this one in the next class. Okay, macula luta is the part of the retina which is consists of only the cone cell. But here another structure is called puvia centralis. Puvia centralis. This is the actual structure. This is puvia. The macula luta is just a depression, but here present this structure is called the yellow structure here is called the puvia centralis. Puvia centralis. This is the mass. This is the mass only part the. This is the only mass of the cone cell. Okay, so it is the visual part. This is the acute vision part. I will discuss later. This is the very most important part. It's very most because it give image only and only part of the retina give color image this part. Okay, the puvia centralis which is present in a depression called the macula luta. Okay, so these are all about the where is this is my eye. This is the optic nerve. This is one optic nerve. This is the optic chiasma. I will discuss later. This is the pathway part of vision. Okay. The optic disc. When light fall, it strike the macula luta, but the optic disc is derived medially. Optic disc is present medially to the macula luta. Okay, so it derived and medial side. Okay, and the macula luta is the straight central part. Here is the when light fall, it pass through this pole. This is the pupil. This is the pore of the pupil. Okay, this one. When light fall, it strike directly to this point. This point. This point is called. This point is called the macula luta, and here this is suppose this is the optic disc. Optic disc is medially present. Okay, there is another eye. Okay, so these are all about the middle of the layer. Okay, and the next class I will discuss, inshallah, I will discuss the mechanism of vision, phototransduction, what is the biochemistry of the rhodopsin, ionopsin, what is the function of the rod and the cone, what are the structure of the rod and the cone. These are all discussed in the next class. VLDR cycle, resynthesis of the destruction of the rhodopsin, resynthesis of the rhodopsin, I will discuss in the next class, in the class number 2. So this is the class, this was the class number 1. Okay, so these are all about the